The US says it has credible intelligence about a Russian plot to fabricate a pretext for an invasion of Ukraine. The plan, according to US officials, would involve staging a false flag attack by the Ukrainian military, either on Russian territory or against Russian-speaking people in eastern Ukraine. Now, the Pentagon said Moscow would then exploit the fake attack for propaganda purposes.
As part of this fake attack, we believe that Russia would produce a very graphic propaganda video, which would include corpses and actors that would be depicting mourners and images of destroyed locations, as well as military equipment at the hands of Ukraine or the West, even to the point where some of this equipment would be made to look like it was Western-supplied Ukrainian to Ukraine equipment.
Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has offered to host talks between Ukraine and Russia to try to end the current crisis. Erdogan was in Kiev meeting his Ukrainian counterpart, President Volodymyr Zelensky, who welcomed the offer. The two leaders signed a free trade deal amongst other agreements. Turkey has ties to both Moscow and Kiev, but the Turkish leader stressed his full support for Ukraine's territorial integrity. Well, our international correspondent Annelies Borges is in Kiev and she joins me now. Annelies, good to see you again. So the US says that Russia is preparing a false flag event in order to create a pretext to invade Ukraine. This no doubt embarrasses Russia and it also raises the temperature between Washington and Moscow. But how has Ukraine reacted?
We have yet to get a reaction from Ukraine officials, but they are unlikely to be very happy about this new development. Why? Because for a while now, high-ranking politicians here in this country have been downplaying the threat of an imminent attack, saying that the situation was under control, all the while, of course, asking the West for continuous help. I asked President Volodymyr Zelensky last week about these perceived contradictory messages from Ukraine, and he said that that was part of their responsibility as leaders of this country. They needed to avoid stirring panic here in order to buy time and hope that diplomacy could yield results. And of course, that is one of the arguments the U.S. is putting forward right now, saying that they hope that by releasing the information, the intelligence that they have without releasing the evidence, so not to compromise their sources, they hope that they can dissuade Russia from going ahead with this plan. But there are reports that Russia had already started hiring actors to be in that video. And as you said, that video would also feature fake Ukrainian military equipment and depict a very vivid attack on Russian soil or on Russian speakers in the east. And that would, of course, feed a Russian narrative that we've been hearing for quite some time now, that Russia is the one that should be worried, that Russia is under threat, and that is Ukraine and NATO that have plans to invade Moscow.
And Annelies, how has Erdogan's offer to mediate this crisis gone down?
Well, that is a very good question. It's gone down very well here in Ukraine. Of course, these public displays of support from the Turkish president, but also from other NATO leaders that came here to Kyiv over the last few days, are very positive and they are very welcome by Ukrainian officials. The question is, how will Russia react to that offer? And that is a very difficult balancing act for the Turkish president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He has to, of course, continue to display this diplomatic support towards Ukraine and continue selling weapons to this country, all the while not damaging a long-term complex relationship that Ankara has with Moscow. So far, Russia has not reacted to that offer to host a summit in Turkey. But so far, Russia has also displayed very little interest in negotiating with anyone, really, but one country that Moscow believes has the right strength and can influence not only this region, but other parts of the world and other alliances in that country is, of course, the United States.